Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's going on?
Welcome to the Anime Mystics Podcast, our second live streaming show.
Yes.
I'm Roman.
I'm Steven Shikimori.
And,
And this is my cat.
yeah, got his cat over here trying to bother me mostly. Every time I come over. Thinks I'm a chair or something. Just wants me to pet it. And then it scratches up my shirt. Like,
Oh no.
got a big hole in the foot now for my shy guy because of his big paw. Well, whatever. I wear an undershirt anyway, so it's fine.
Sorry.
It's cool. So yeah, we should have a relatively, I guess, short episode here.
Yeah.
We only got a couple of things to discuss this time.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because you're nearly done with school.
Yes.
So you've been focusing on that and trying to finish up before we actually get back on our usual schedule.
Yes.
So yeah, this is your last week.
Yeah, so this is graduation. I'm just got to do 2 more tests that I kind of started. And then tonight, the recording of this live stream, I'm just going to wrap it all up. And that's it. That's pretty much it for my educational career. And this weekend is graduation. Got the cap and the gown and everything is all set up. And then I get to go and watch 12 shows. And that's why this one is going to be relatively quick, because I think the next time we do this, it'll be a very robust show because I get to catch up on Shield Hero. Shikimori is not a cutie. Kaguya, like the guy said in Discord, he's all like, "Yeah, I didn't watch Spy Family because I watched the birth of DJ
Miyuki. MC Miyuki.
MC Miyuki." So did you watch it?
I did.
Okay, see.
Yeah.
So Spy Family was the only one that I was actively watching, because I would just wake up on Saturday morning, watch it real fast, and then go and on about my business. But yeah. So, yeah. So, but yeah, no. I'm looking forward to getting back into the groove of things. It's funny too because all the gacha games I'm playing all pretty much end like at the same time. So it's like both of the FGOs, Blue Archive, ReZero, which is pretty funny because I know I love messing with Roman and Emilia and all of that. But even that event is actually more robust than I thought it was going to be. They brought in Beetlejuice, Betelgeuse, I guess. They brought in Subaru, Barusu, and they brought in Puck. Sorry, Mama Eterna. Happy Mother's Day.
Yes.
So, yeah, so it's been pretty good on that front, and that's pretty much been my life. It's like work, school, gacha games, sleep, work, yeah, and then Saturday mornings, Spy Family. So, yeah, but like I said, I'm looking forward to getting back into it, and then whenever there's downtime, I'm gonna squeeze in any of the old shows too that I didn't finish or I didn't catch up on, and. Yeah, I think that the next time we meet up, it'll be a more robust show. We might even just skip Spy Family to go talk about other things. But yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm caught up on Spy Family as well. Like, since I guess that voice actress clarified what my question was the first time.
Hayame Saori.
Yeah, on whether you pronounce the X or not. And I guess you don't. It's just Spy Family, not Spy X Family.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm caught up on that. I'm caught up on Kaguya. I am 1 episode behind on A Heron-san.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm 1 or 2 episodes behind on what was it? Don't Hurt Me, My Healer, or something like that. I've only watched episode 1 of Shikimori.
Oh, so we're on the same page with that.
I've only watched 2 episodes of Shield Hero.
Okay.
And 1 episode of Love After World Domination.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm behind on those, but...
What about your boy Kong Ming?
I haven't watched it at all.
Okay.
That wasn't on my list.
Okay.
Although I hear a lot of people talking about it, so maybe I'll check it out one day.
Yeah, they're coming to me because they're like, "Aren't you the Dynasty Warriors guy?" And I was like, "Yeah, but I'm kind of neutral on Zhuge Liang. Like, I respect him, did great things, but he was, like, in the wimpiest kingdom. Which, again, is ironic because that's the one that the Japanese idolize. You know, it's all like, oh, the sworn brothers, the pact under the peach tree. And it's like, I mean, it's cool. It's, romantic, I guess, but they were the first ones wiped out, man. So it's like, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So, but yeah, no. Eventually, too, I'll get to Kang Ming, Zhuge Liang, and
been a lot of hip hop related anime coming out recently. What was that one? There was one last season too. I think.
Last season I missed Takagi, so I need to get caught up on that.
It was either last season or the season before that. Then a Heron had a segment where they did rapping, and Kaguya had practically a whole episode dedicated to President learning how to rap. So I don't know. I guess it's getting really popular in Japan now or something.
They're trying to appeal to that Western audience.
I guess.
So and Komi. I need to get started on Komi season 2.
Ah, right.
Yeah. So
I'll still be waiting on that one.
Yeah. From the muscle queen to the silent queen.
I got too many waifu right now, so.
Yeah, ruin your life. It was funny too. I was expecting you to be like, oh yeah, I'm caught up on Shikimori, or I'm watching Shikimori, but it's like, this I was gonna ask you too. Did it get better after the first episode?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she did win the first week on top female characters.
Really?
Yeah, she did win. That, and I think the ship, her and her boyfriend were number one for the top couples. But her anime did drop down to number 4, I think, this week on top anime episode of the week, being taken over by was Kaguya. I think Kaguya was number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Then Spy Family was number 2, and I forget what number 3 was. It might have been Shikimori.
Okay.
And maybe it was number 3, but I'm pretty positive it was number 4. I don't remember what the third one was. But yeah, it dropped a little bit. So I don't know what happened this week, since I haven't been catching up on it.
Yeah, if anything was going to dethrone Spy Family, then it was going to be Kaguya for sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Because, like I said, the first episode just had me dying. Just had me rolling. Not Roman, though, because he still believes in Inomiko bullying. So, yeah, Roman is a jerk.
Yeah.
So
She can get bullied.
Yeah. That's the isekai title for Roman there. Even in another world, Roman is still a jerk.
I have my moments. I will not deny it.
But once this weekend is over, probably on like Monday or something when I'm off, I'm going to have to get that list from you so I know what I'm watching.
Ah, okay.
So and I think you've already messaged it to me before, but just so that it's not buried in memes and pictures and GIFs and all of that.
Yeah, it's pretty buried right now because that was the beginning of the season.
All right.
It's been like 6 weeks.
Thanks for reminding me. But no, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Yeah. And what's funny too is I was just telling you about Vinland Saga. It's the same animation studio as Spy Family, and I just canceled my Amazon Prime. So, whoops. Oh well.
Oh yeah, they had it, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
But it's fine. I like I said, I'm preparing for life after graduation, and so I was like thinking about all my expenses, and I was like, I don't need it. So I was like, if I ever needed anything like that, or I'll just activate it for a month, and then just do all my shopping, all my watching, all my binging, and all that. And I did watch Reacher.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had heard enough things about that, and I was like, I need something dumb to play in the background, and I watched Reacher. It was pleasant. It was dope. I liked it.
So it was a surprise then.
Yeah. Again, if you know anything about me, I'm all about buff machismo, shotgun action, explosions, and crap. I grew up with Stallone and Schwarzenegger, so that kind of stuff is cool for me. So that's kind of what it was, but it was in a show format. So
all right, cool.
And that's pretty much what it was. It was just action. It was decent story, decent characters, and stuff blew up. I couldn't ask for more.
You had everything you wanted.
Yeah, and it was when you look at that and you're like, oh, that's the same character that Tom Cruise did. I was like, really? But yeah. So.
Which movie?
Jack Reacher.
Oh, that was the name of the movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Jack Reacher so it was based off a book.
Right.
And so it was originally in 2 movies. That was Tom Cruise as Jack Reacher.
Mm-hmm.
And he did both of them. And then the TV series came out, and the way that the actor depicted the character Jack Reacher was actually more in line with the way he was depicted in the book. Like, just a big dude, kind of imposing, but very soft-spoken. And they just cast Tom Cruise, who's like, 4'9"?
Yeah, he's short.
He's very short. But they cast him in that for star recognition.
Of course.
So,
gotta get people on the seats.
Yeah. But the TV show was pretty good.
And despite his Scientology, people still like Tom Cruise. So
Maverick in theaters later this month.
Yeah. I won't be seeing it. So.
Yeah.
I haven't. To be honest, I haven't even seen Top Gun.
The first one?
Yeah.
No way.
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh my! I can't watch Top Gun anymore because every time I want to watch it, I want to watch UN Squadron. I'm sorry, Area 88.
Oh, I've seen that. Well, I've seen like a disc for that.
Yeah, I love Area 88, and UN Squadron was what they called it because Capcom made like a shmup for the arcade, and then they ported it over to the Super.
Yeah, and
it was like one of the launch titles. It was one of the first titles that the Super came out with was UN Squadron, but it was basically Area 88, and that was the name of the anime. And then they remade it in like 2004, 2005, and now I'm praying every season. I'm like, come on, make it. They can even make the main character voiced by Mamoru Miyano. It just writes itself. Come on, do it. So
nice.
But yeah. So how this ties into Top Gun. So
it's just something better.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah. So Kimmy is coming up for this weekend for my graduation, and I actually was gonna almost delay this recording or this live stream and be like, hey, we should just have her come on. But because things are gonna be so busy and so hectic, I was like, nah, let's not do it. Let's just do this. But we might be watching Doctor Strange this weekend at some point to kill time.
I'll probably go this weekend too because I'll have money.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I want to know your takes on these things. Because I've checked out. But, I know you're still invested in it. And
yeah, I mean, well, like I said earlier, we spent like nearly $200 on sushi, so there was no money for movies. I had to pick one or the other, and sushi won out, so.
Good choice. So, yeah. Yeah, man. And it just, hearing the reviews on it just really makes you appreciate where we're at in terms of anime culture and manga. Which is why this whole episode is dedicated to just Spy Family and 100 Girlfriends.
Yes. Because Volume 2 came out.
Finally got my hands on it.
Yeah, I think, it'd take you 2 weeks this time?
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Stuck on a boat.
Yeah, I don't know how Amazon does it. I get it, like, the day after it's supposedly released.
Yeah, it's a small, it's the comic shop, so it's, support your local business.
Yeah.
Resident Evil Kissage. So I like how I was just all like, still maintains her intelligence. Kissy, kiss, kiss, kissy, kissy. Sounds like oh my god. This is
their kiss language.
Was that how it was in the scanlation?
Yeah, I believe so.
So that was a fair translation. All right.
Yeah, what chapter was that?
Oh man.
Okay, chapter 12. I can just look it up right now.
Yeah. Yeah, because Kasuri was introduced in 11, and then, Resident Evil Kissage.
12.
So you're saying the next volume we're getting...
Okay, so all they say is kiss.
Okay.
They don't say like kissy or whatever, just kiss.
That was a little liberty there by the translators.
I guess so.
So next volume you say we get Hakari's mom, right?
Next volume, yeah, we should get Hahari. Yeah, that's her actual name. Hahari.
Amazing.
I
mean, now that when you mention it like that after I've read this and the how should I say, the formulaic girl is called II, or AI, I should say, because it's EIAIAI.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't, a mother joke in her name doesn't faze me anymore, so.
No.
That's,
Okay, so
but yeah.
you finished it. So what were your thoughts on the new girls? There's, as you saw, Nano and Kasuri.
So her name is Nano on top, like Nano Machine, and her name is AI. I mean, yeah, I thought that she was interesting. I don't think I mean, she didn't really make an impact on me as the other ones did, but we'll see. Because in other words, because she was just like so straightforward and all that, but then all of a sudden out of nowhere, she was just like, I actually care for him. Don't burn those photos. And I was just kind of like, well, that's out of nowhere. That's random. And I don't know. Maybe it's because it was so out of nowhere, but it's also like it hit her suddenly because it was a new feeling that she wasn't counting on, because she's always about efficiency and low resistance and all of that, and it's like, what's the most efficient way? Yeah, and so I just was kind of like, all right, I just felt like it was a rushed development. That's kind of, I think, was the best way to summarize it. Kasuri, I don't know if it's the way they translated it in the official release, but the way she's just like, I'm Kasuri, yes, yes, and it's like, is she supposed to be like talking like a little girl, or is she just talking like a gnome? That kind of threw me off, but definitely Legal Kasuri was just like, all right, I like that design. I like Legal Kasuri's design.
Yeah. And here they have her say A.
Yeah.
After everything. A.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just,
but
yeah, I didn't understand the reference on that.
This is how she speaks.
Okay. And then when she gave her the living hair like tentacles.
Very efficient.
Yeah. Whether you're bald or fat or possessed by an alien symbiote, I'll still love you. So I was like, is that a Venom reference? Is that... Because I was like, oh, it's a living costume. But I will say, one of my favorite moments actually from this manga was really dumb, and it was one of those, if you weren't paying attention, well, aside from Hakari and the Tsundere just making out with each other, but it was with Shizuka, where he just hangs her up. He just picks her up, and it was one of those, if you don't pay attention to it, you just don't even like notice it, or you forget about it because it's just so quick. But I was just, I don't know why that made me laugh so much. He was just like, I love you too much, just hang out. And I was like, so dumb. He just hangs her and just bounces. He just leaves. So I was like, this is... And then she's just a little kiss. I'm like... So that, I don't know why that made me laugh so much. Is just all like, you mean so much to me. I love you. I'm just gonna hang you right here, and I'm out. I gotta go deal with these other bitches. And yeah, that's what stood out to me. Like I said, it's a very forgettable scene. If I would have mentioned it, you probably didn't even remember it. But I don't know why. I don't know why I find that so funny. Shizuka was just somebody, again, that I kind of like dismissed. I was more into, was it Karane and Hakari, and I was like, alright, those were my standouts. Not to say that Shizuka doesn't have potential, but I think that her and Nano, we'll see what they do. But you said that they kind of forgot about Nano until the more recent chapters, though, right?
Well, I mean, obviously, with there being so many, some of them just don't get as much screen time anymore. Yeah. But they do still get like their moments. Okay. And I think that's why in like some of the later chapters he'll get, the author and the artist will give like each girl like a separate chapter. Mm-hmm. Like it wasn't Nano, it was Shizuka who was kind of hanging out in the background for a bit, and they gave her a whole chapter for just her and Rentaro. Nano, she still kind of sneaks her way in there.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Nano was, when I first was introduced to her, she wasn't one of my favorites. I actually didn't really like her all that much because, like you said, she's just kind of pretty straightforward, logical, and all this. But I thought the further into it gets, and you see her interact with more of the girls, she starts getting better. Because she's still logical, but she does. There's like more gags involved with her logic-based personality. That, and I like the cover of this. They show Nano and Shizuka.
Mm-hmm.
They actually kind of pair up as like a like friends in the story where they go out and do things on their own. Like they hang out outside of the main group. And I kind of like that how they do that with some of the girls, where they'll pair up with like certain girls in the group and go and do their own thing.
So you're saying that Hakari and Karane is OTP?
For now. Like early chapters, yes. Early chapters, very much so. But even like in later chapters, Hakari and Karane kind of take a back seat a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But again, they get their moments still in like big. Well, I can't say big arcs because most of the arcs only last like maybe 4 chapters. But they're usually like one of the main focuses.
Okay.
Like they're usually one of the more outspoken characters in the arcs. Karane especially, because she's, well, I don't think they've really showcased it too much yet, but she's kind of got superhuman strength. So actually, they did that in the wedding
bridal contest
thing. Yeah,
thing.
They kind of showed that.
Yeah. Yeah.
They touch more on that as the thing goes on. So yeah, and Hakari, she's constantly getting her mixed into everything because, well, she's always trying to find ways for Rentaro to like touch her or spend time with her or do something to her.
She's horny 24/7.
Yeah, which actually leads to the not like it was just a panel that I wanted your opinion on, which was this panel right here, down at the bottom, where she says she's wet.
Yeah. Okay. So is that one where they translated it differently from the scanlation?
No, it's basically the same, except I don't think she says sopping in the translation, like the scanlation.
Just as like I'm so wet. I mean, at this point, I'm not surprised. You know, I think that it's funny. I think what I like about Hakari and what stood out to me from Volume 1 is she's supposed to be the typical just like sweet and pure girl, but she's actually like a dirty hoe.
Yeah.
And she's just like unrelenting about it. Like there's no going back. I mean, yeah, granted at the bridal thing, you know, is really sweet and nice, and they're like, oh, she wanted to be a bride. It's like, oh, but she a freak.
Yeah.
And she lives up to it. So it's kind of like it's a trope, but they managed to tie it in a way that's unique and different. And I respect the hell out of that. And I think that that's why I really appreciate and like Hakari. Because of things like that. You know, where she extapees herself.
Yeah.
And it was a lizard or lizards herself? Lizards or Lizzie's herself?
Yeah, Lizzie's. That was it.
I like extapee. Who's doing this translation? Who's the translator? The back of the book. M. Fulcrum, whoever you are a genius. So, but Madoka bless you, whoever you are, sir, lady, ma'am. Yeah. So I mean that's completely in character. I think that's fantastic. And Yeah, it was. She's got a little flower in her hair, and she's just like tee, and then really she's just like, oh, I'm just like so wet, and then she's like getting off because she's in his tracksuit, and she's like, oh, he smells all over me, and I'm like, oh. Right.
Yeah.
So she's so blatant about it. It just comes all the way back to being fantastic. So.
Yeah, there'll be a. What is it? I know I've posted images of it on the Discord before. They're probably buried by now.
Yeah.
Of when they show. Was it Rentaro?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like got his legs kind of swirling, and everybody's like got like their head on his lap. Because in that chapter they were all giving him a lap pillow, and he would have like a dream based on kind of like their personality. Hers was he only sat on her lap for like a second. I'm not going to go into why, because you could probably guess based on her and what kind of dream he probably had. Yeah.
XP'd herself.
Yeah. A little further beyond that.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
They made that joke, though. They said that's too much for Shonen Jump Weekly, didn't they? They made that joke.
Oh, yeah. They
were like, oh, we gotta keep it for Shonen Weekly or whatever.
They do that all the time. Where they talk about the publisher or whatever.
Yeah, they were like, okay, that's too far. And then they're all just grabbing on Karane. Oh. Yeah. So, that's fantastic, and it's funny too because you would never even thought that this would be something that they do on Shonen Weekly, or Young Jump, whatever they call whatever it was.
Yeah, whatever publication it is.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, no, it's you picked a winner, and then with Kasuri, with the picture that I put in the Discord where Shizuka was falling, and they're all like nature's airbags.
Yeah, when she bounces off their boobs.
Yeah. And then Karane's all like, "I'm so glad that I wasn't there."
Oh yeah, it killed her.
Yeah,
she would have died.
I honestly, I really don't know how that would work, because it looks like their heads would have been in the way, but it just kind of like, what part of her body would have bounced off their boobs? I don't get it, but nature's airbags.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Glad I wasn't there.
I don't know. I think she would have missed.
Yeah.
Like, she'd have been safe.
But yeah. Yeah, so I like, and then Kasuri, so Kusuri's a senior then?
Yeah, she's a third year. But she likes being in the child form because, well, basically her back hurts from her boobs. And she can wear diapers.
Right.
And just pee in her diaper or whatever. And not have to go to the bathroom and stop working on her drugs.
Yeah. It's like, can I go now? It's like, no, don't do that. He's all right. Too late. Oh my goodness.
I did think it was funny even when I reread it, and in this one, where he's introducing them to her, and he's like, "Oh, don't worry, she hasn't tried meth yet."
Yeah.
Because she wants to try meth. But no, that's not happening.
This what have you got me reading? This thing is crazy. I can't even imagine what they're going to do for the anime when it inevitably comes out. But
right. I did notice some changes in Kasuri's speech patterns, though, compared to the scanlations.
Okay.
Is that well, they changed her, like in here she says "a" at the end of every sentence, pretty much, but in the scanlation, well, in the first chapter she was introduced in, she said "yeppers," but I guess people found that annoying, so they changed it to "yep yep," which I actually like, but in here it's just "a," and I'm like, oh, no "yep yep." I kind of wish they would have kept the "yep yep" or whatever, but
Reversing. Yes, indeedy, I. There are two big problems. Yeah, so.
Also, I noticed that when she's in her 8-year-old form, sometimes it seems like she skips words.
Yes.
I guess like she's supposed to be an 8-year-old. They don't do that in the scanlation. She just speaks normally.
She will be back to normal, I. What is it all your plan? I. And it'd be bye-bye. But yeah. And then Hakari and Karane are,
Making out.
yeah, just, yeah, it's like you never think that this would be a thing that happens, and then this mangaka just goes there, and it's like, oh man, but it's like I said, this is exactly what we need at a time like this. We need something that's just over the top and is just dumb fun, and it's a harem that's absurd and ridiculous, and it's not afraid to be raunchy, and I appreciate that. I think that's why I'm having so much fun with this. It takes the first year lowly and just hangs around a coat hanger.
Yep.
It's I don't know why that's so funny. I don't know why that's so funny. I guess that's because it's like, oh, you're such a little adorable little bubble. Here you go, just gonna hang you up right here. I'm gonna peace out now. Did you see your two buddies? They're making out in the hallway. I'm gonna go check on them. You can hang out for a while. Oh! So I don't know what. So then she's just like, kiss. Oh, man. Yeah.
It's been fun rereading this.
Yeah.
Okay. Cat, not now. It's funny how you just walk right up to me and put your head right on my chest.
He wants to get in on the 100 girlfriends.
Yeah.
So, nature's airbags.
So yeah, I think the next volume is just going to focus primarily on Hari. Which is going to be basically the first arc. Because right now it's all been basically, meet a girlfriend, introduce them, and something happens, and, whatever. This one, it's all, I think the whole volume is basically going to focus on Hari.
Interesting.
Because I'm pretty sure they kind of hinted at it over here in the last chapter that when Hikari says to break up with with her. Basically, do you want me to go into it, or do you want to just read the volume?
You can give me a little brief rundown.
Okay, so basically, Nahari, her mom, does not like that she's dating this guy who's got other girlfriends.
Oh, okay.
So she's going to take her and move away to get her away from him. And he's got to try to. The rest of them have to stop it.
Gotcha.
I think it's a typical trope in something like this, but it's still got the 100 girlfriends gags and charm to go with it.
Right. Well, yeah. No, I mean, I don't. When's it come out? July, right?
Yeah, it doesn't come out for another couple of months.
Okay.
Probably
put in my order then. Hopefully, it gets here before I leave.
Right. When do you leave?
End of August, one way or another.
Is that going to be to Japan or to Sacramento?
I'll let you know at the end of the month, because they won't make announcements until the end of the month, until the end of this recording. And yeah. Fortunately, if it does mean that I do get to go to Japan, that means that the pop-up shop, if there's any 100 Girlfriends merch, it'll end up in the secondhand stores, the used stores. It's where I find a lot of the like gotcha promo stuff. They're just kind of like sitting there at the used or the secondhand shops in Akihabara, and yeah. So that's really, you can get up like $3.
Yeah.
So it's yeah. I'm not gonna say that I have 100% find Raider, but I do find stuff. I stumble on stuff, and I'm just like, oh yeah, hey, it's that thing. So, but yeah, like I said, it's a good sign though that you got into it when you did, and now that the guy's making goods and he's making merch, he's doing pop-up shops. I look forward to the 100 Girlfriends pop-up cafe, where I can have a nice cup of Hakari's Extra P tea.
Yeah.
Apparently it's going to taste like, what'd she say, peaches?
Okay.
Peach flavor, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, well, if I go by the volume cover of Volume 3... Wait, was it 4? When's 4? Okay, so this one's 4.
Okay.
So is this one? This one's 3. Okay. So yeah, Volume 3 only has Kasuri on the front. But both of her versions.
Okay, see, that's actually good. I appreciate that.
And yeah, that'll be mostly Hahari. So Volume 4 will introduce another girl.
Okay.
Or 2.
So MILF and Hahari aside, who else should I be looking forward to now? I mean, I obviously I know that my picks so far are all over the place, but we're also pretty early as well.
Yeah. Let me see. I don't know how I feel about the next girl after Hahari. She's in middle school. And a glutton. So.
Disappointed.
Let me take a look at this. Let's see if I can get a full shot of everybody.
This is everybody that's come out?
Oh yeah, see, this is going to be everybody. Right now, so far.
Oh, well, 9 volumes?
Yeah. I don't know, you might like her, but she's not going to be showing up for a while. And she's... Hahari likes her because she acts like a little baby at times, if you pat her head.
Mm.
And Hahari can get her to suck her breasts for breast milk. So...
Okay. This is going there. We're going there. All right.
The blonde up here, she's kind of a Jo-sama, but she doesn't do the laugh. That's the only thing. But you might still like her.
Do you love my rich bitches?
Maybe the maid. You might like the maid. She's one of those characters that always has her eyes closed.
Oh, okay.
But she's there are certain times where she'll open them.
Okay, so the fox eyes.
Yeah.
The kitsune. All right.
Because what do they got here? Like you can see right here, they go from the first two away in the back, and then it goes to the newest. So yeah, there's I think almost 20 now.
Yeah.
I think this girl is the newest one with the kind of like teal hair. She is well, I guess you can call her a chunie, but she's not like your typical my left eye, blah blah blah, and all that. She thinks she's a bard, so she wears like almost like a cape-like outfit with like one of those little pointy hats, and she comes up with like tries to sound all profound when she speaks, and she has an ocarina that she plays and tries to sing, although she sings horribly.
I was about to say.
According to everybody.
Well, that's different. At least they didn't like just make her into a chunie and be like, "Oh, my left eye burns with a glowing power" or whatever.
Yeah, no, none of that this time.
Okay.
Okay, see, this is her.
Oh, okay. That's like the mage's hat.
Yeah, it's like a mage hat.
There's Nana.
Yeah, there's Nana. This is the one I was telling you about that has the child thing where you pat her on you like rub her head and she starts acting like a kid. You might like the girl right here. Let me see if I can get a better shot of her. Where are ya? back here, so let me go to the back. This girl. You might like her. Not maybe as a waifu, but she likes to give massages, but she only does it so she can grope women.
I like where we're going. I like it. I like it.
Any chance she gets, Hahari's her favorite. For a couple of reasons.
So it seems like all the characters that are involved with Hahari apparently are interesting to me. So, well, what does that say? But yeah, damn. All right.
Yeah, well, and I'm pretty sure you're already going to... I think you've already said that from the images I posted that you're going to like the Yankee character. The teacher that thinks she's American or acts American and wears the cowgirl outfit.
Just because that's so ridiculous. That's hilarious. I don't know. That let's go eat hamburgers. Yeehaw. Isn't she the Japanese teacher? Fuck. This is what she said. At least in the scanlation, that's what they translated it as.
Yeah, she does. She says that a lot, actually.
Yeah. She's just one of us.
Yeah.
Just like us.
I'm interested to see how they translate her dialogue. Because she's got, like, that cowgirl speak right now. So I'm wondering how if they're going to translate it exactly the same, or if they're going to maybe
make her
do a
southern
little more, with it. I don't know. Just gonna have to see. Like with Kasuri here, I didn't expect them to go too deep into the whole. Oh, she's 8 years old. Let's make her sound like she's 8. Because in the scanlation they don't do that. She speaks normally. She just says yep at the end of her sentences. So yeah, I'm interested to see how they translate her dialogue. She's not going to show up for a while, I think. Maybe chapters 60, 50, 60, something like that.
Well, I'm going to have to probably switch over to the scanlations if I end up going overseas. I'm going to have to order from Amazon USA to ship the book in English to Japan. And everyone's just like, or you could learn Japanese. And I'm like, oh, well, you can just go to hell. How about that? So, we'll see. I'm not opposed to it. I'm something I got to ask the counselor was about that. Those are really my two interests is, can I take a part-time job? So then I too can be a convenience store clerk. And then, are there any tutoring lessons? Because, outside of like the hiragana, that's pretty much it, the basic stuff. So,
yeah.
But, yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind learning it so that I could just buy it. Because, especially when you go to the bookstore, to the Kinokuniya, and you see the Japanese manga is, like, almost half the price of the official releases. But to be fair, though, when you see it, like, the size, ours is definitely bigger. And you can see it, too, because they blew everything up.
Yeah, because, you just look at this right here, and it's
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And I've been buying some of the Japanese ones anyway. Because they come with like a little card.
Oh, okay.
Like a bonus. So I've been buying them for the card.
Look at you supporting the industry.
Right?
Bust beginning medicine.
Oh yeah, I thought that was funny where she puts him in the Boston Crab.
It's over here just bleeding all over.
Rotaro, a masochist?
And then the clothes melting.
Yeah. Bunny ears.
Yeah.
Shizuka's just the cute character.
Right.
But she has her moments. Like when she was, like for you, when she was hung up on the
hanger.
Yeah, on the hanger. She has those little moments like that.
Same thing when they were at the pool park and then she just drifted off into the little island there and she's just like, I'm stranded.
Yeah.
So they all just kind of forgot about her. Boobs, boobs, boobs.
Yeah, lots of boobs.
Boobs.
Oh, it even says, what did I say, fan service?
Yes. I wonder what this is all about.
The fan service chapter.
Yeah, it's there. She's her little floaty.
What they call them?
Here it is.
Boob Satan? Is that what they said about them? Not today, Boob Satan?
Yeah, not today, boob Satan. We're out of here. But yeah. So, yeah. Shizuka is, I'm sure she's fine. I mean, like I said, I think we know that our guy in Discord probably likes her because of the chest size, but you know.
It's hard. No, his favorite's Karane.
Also because of the chest size.
Yeah, because of the chest size.
You know, I like Karane because she's actually a tsundere. And it just feels like good tsunderes these days are like a dying breed, you know?
Yeah.
But, you know, her Karane, and it's so blatant about it. It's the reason why I like Nino from Quintuplets, is because she's also just like a like a traditional like Soon.
Yeah.
So.
That's the one with the headphones?
That one.
Oh, okay.
So that's the one that's voiced by Hotaru from Dagashi Kashi, the main character. The snack shop?
Girl,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. The snack shop one. Also, what's her name? The main chick from Citrus. Yuzu.
Okay.
Yeah,
The blonde?
Yeah, the blonde.
Okay.
And then she's also from Sword Art. That's Lifa. And
okay, that one I know.
Yeah. Yeah. Who was best girl. So Suguha is best girl. So that's Ayane Taketatsu. So, but she plays a good Soon in Quintuplets, and so when Karane comes out, and it's like you said too, I'm looking forward to seeing how they translate the chapter about her losing her Soon powers.
Oh yeah.
So
that's a good chapter. Actually, that's another one of those little short arcs because it lasts a couple of chapters.
I mean, Kiss Zombies was already pretty good. I didn't expect to like that one, but it was a good way to set up Kasuri and yeah. Did he? No, he got me curious. I wondered, did anybody respond to the manga thing? No, just you. Nature's out of airbags.
Yeah, just me.
So everyone else, no deal. All right. Didn't fall for the bait. All right, that's fair. So,
yeah, they're learning, I guess.
So now I'm curious. What did the scanlations translate that as?
Which one?
Nature's airbags.
Oh, I think that's chapter 14. Yeah, that was 14.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe
14.
Come on, load.
And then same thing with Shizuka. She's just over there floating away because she's like, little tiny thing. I also thought... I wasn't, honestly, I don't know, maybe it's because of my major, or maybe it's because we're from the Californian Bay Area. I was honestly kind of like, oh no, where they actually made like this whole gorilla chapter. Because, nowadays, calling people saying they look like gorillas has certain contexts.
Right.
And I was like, I love how based the Japanese are. They're like, oh, they're just going to make this chick a gorilla. And I was like, I'm just waiting for someone to just take this the wrong way. But at the same time, too, it was like so dumb it was fun. Yeah. And then Karane, I'm one of the Gorilla Syndicate. Gorilla! And then she actually, ook. I was like, dangerous territories there, 100 girlfriends. At least in terms of America and the Bay Area and all that. Anywhere else in the world, or anywhere else even in the country, everyone would just take this as a joke. But here in the Bay Area, in California, make some gorilla jokes. Oof, that's...
Okay, so in the scanlation it says God's given airbags.
Okay, that's not too far off then. That's not too far off. See, so that's kind of playing into what I was talking about with the translations and all that, where it's like God, oh God, you don't want to say God, they might offend other non-atheists or other religions. Oh, but they changed it to nature, so it's like, all right, okay, but yeah, so. I like I said, I appreciate it, man. I think that's fantastic. That this series is just like unapologetic. I think that's why I'm having fun with it. But yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't care.
Yeah.
It's just gonna say what it's gonna say, and there it is.
I did like too with the with Kiss Zombies with Kasuri and Nano. Kasuri not but a passing stranger. I. Just gets tied up. I was like, okay. And at first, doesn't even care. She's just like, this bitch. And then just walks away. Kiss, kiss. It was like kissing lists. It was like, oh my. So, it does grown up Kusiri come out more in the later chapters, or?
A couple of times. Mainly because the cousin character, when Kasuri's in her normal adult form, reminds her of her mother.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll use it to kind of calm her down if she's like crying or whatever. That was another one I didn't like at first, the cousin character.
Okay.
But she's grown on me since then. Basically, there's a few that I've been like, I don't really like this one. And then after a few, like a bit, they like kind of grow on me. And I'm like, all right, they're not so bad.
They're fighting as zombies, as kiss zombies. You they're fighting again. Kiss, 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 kiss. And then now to hurl Cotty. Kiss, kiss. It's like, yeah, we just developed these characters, by the way. They're just going to throw each other and commit violence. Just going to murder her. Just going to straight kill her. But yeah. I'm looking forward to the 100 girlfriends gathering at Fanta.
Oh, God. I wonder if they'll beat one.
I mean, unfortunately I'm not going, so I don't know, but
yeah, I'm not going this year either. Yeah. Can't afford it.
I'm just burnt out, bro. I'm just burnt out, and that's why I said, I got tons of things to watch, play, and read. I want to knock out Great Ace Attorney on the Switch. What else? You see my quintuplets up there. I haven't even opened those.
Is that the manga?
Yeah, that's like what is the first 5 volumes. And then I want to play or finish my friend's copy of non-airy games. So like 999 parts 2 and part 3. I just want to finish those so I can give it back.
Okay.
Go figure. Everything I want to play is all virtual novels. And then if there's any time, 13 Sentinels. I know I got that line sitting around here. Should probably finish that. And yeah, man. So I keep thinking that ideally I would love to make like video game based content, just upload it to the YouTube page, but it's so time consuming. So it's like, all right, but like I said, I got time. So
yeah. I still want to do the Final Fantasy 14 gameplays. Like I haven't. I downloaded it and I got it all installed and everything. I haven't created my character yet. If I do it, I'll probably do that on the stream.
Yeah, that's that tower right there.
But that might take forever because I'm not good at creating characters and coming up with names. The name will take the longest for me.
Call it Roman.
I usually do.
Like how your accounts.
But usually I make a female character, so.
Ramona, there you go. And then that's just Scott Pilgrim.
Right. Get her a big hammer.
What is that? Is that Dark Knight, I guess? I don't know. And the hammers in Final Fantasy 11 they used, but yeah.
I don't know, actually, because I was trying to be a dragoon, so I was using spears, so I don't know. I don't know who uses the hammer.
Nice. Oh, man. I miss 11.
Probably continue doing dragoon thing.
Yeah.
Because I never got to finish it in my other playthrough.
I was a Dragon in 14 when I stopped. I was working on Ninja.
Yeah.
That's when I stopped. But yeah, I would love to go back. That's the whole point about the computer too. I hopefully when Kimmy gets up here too, we'll do it. So what ended up happening with the whole thing? That's why I moved it to where I moved it. Is I wanted to run it off my TV, but I guess it needs to be set up first before you can even do that. So I need to pull it out, hook it up to a regular TV. I guess update the drivers, and then I can use my regular TV as the monitor. But until that happens, and then like I said, just school, laziness, other things, social gatherings, making content for this podcast, dealing with kiss zombies, hanging Shizuka.
Nature's airbags.
Yeah. And then and it's sad too that I have to, I view things through that lens now too, where it's like, oh, this is appropriate, this is inappropriate, and it just makes me laugh because it's like, anime doesn't care. For now. Yeah, and that's actually one of the things that, funny enough, I wrote in my, I guess you can call it the statement of purpose, is I actually said that my paper's focus was on immigration, essentially, and, the immigration trend between America and Japan.
Yeah.
And I said that, we need to look at immigration because it covers a bunch of areas, including trade, culture, national defense. It was all over the place. And I said too that one of the things that we can benefit from a lot is from a culture exchange, because the Japanese work ethic, I feel, is something that we need more of here in the States, because we're just, I don't want to say like not appreciative, but I think we're just kind of like do the 9 to 5 and then just don't care about it, or we're just kind of like dicks doing retail and stuff like that. Like there's just not as much gusto to it, but at the same time we're not throwing ourselves off the 27th story window. We're not jumping out
because we're working so much.
Correct. So, but that's something that they can learn from us. So that's why I was like, yeah, we definitely need to do that little exchange. Yeah.
Need a little bit of that Japanese motivation.
Exactly.
But not enough to be like, I'm going to die working.
Yeah, exactly. Precisely. Yeah, that's one of the things, the angles that I wrote. And yeah, and so as a result, you saw, and you saw it too, the community comes together, and Spy Family is another one of these moments as well, where you saw that the community comes together, because I don't know if you saw that Anya cosplayer. She a big girl, but when Ramon showed that to me, I was just kind of like, I mean, she's not doing anything. She's not saying like I made Anya better.
Yeah.
She just cosplayed Anya, and it's like, this is kind of what I was talking about. This is someone that likes the series, likes the character, wants to express their like for it. She just happens to be big, but she's not doing anything wrong, unlike a lot of other examples that we've made fun of and ridiculed. I've ridiculed, where she's just expressing her love for the series, and so you get it. Her intent is just to have fun and rep the show, rep the franchise, and so I was like, oh, I mean, anime is for everyone. So it's, and then they said it too, because Hero Hate did a follow-up, and she said that too. She was like, I never meant to be like this thing, a symbol of inclusivity or anything. She's like, I just wanted to cosplay Anya, and she's just like, I made Anya, I'm gonna go do some photos in the park and all that. It was like, yeah, this is just someone just liking their thing. It's just cool.
Yeah, but nowadays everybody's got to make it some kind of movement or.
Right. Correct. Which is what they tried to do, and it was just like not in this instance. Even she's like, guys,
I just wanted to cosplay.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to be like, look, anybody could be Anya.
Yeah.
I just wanted to cosplay for the day or whatever.
Right.
Take some pictures.
Right. Yeah.
Have some fun.
Yeah.
People can still have fun without trying to, start a movement.
Right. Right.
Inadvertently.
Notice me, senpai.
Right.
But yeah, not everybody can be Rentaro.
No, not everybody can be Rentaro. That's why there's only one.
Oh. Yeah. But yeah, so it's like that, and so that's why I we'll see how it goes. I was kind of like laughing with my coworkers and all of that because I was like, ha ha ha, they fell for it. I got them to actually think I'm not a weeb. No. Yeah.
Wow.
So, infiltrated their ranks. No, man, because it is like what I said too. They cracked, and they had to, because the yen is now broken 130. It actually hit 131 for a little bit.
Oh, did it?
131 for a dollar, 131 yen for a dollar. But it's back up to 130. I think that's where I saw it earlier today. It was 130.
The other day when I paid for
Yeah.
some stuff from Toranoana, it was like 126 or something. It's pretty nice. Well,
Yeah.
not for them, but for anybody trying to buy something from Japan.
Yeah, man. So it's like that. So yeah. So like the Spy X Family, the Your Eyes Only thing, when you did the conversion, it basically came out to like $5.
Yeah.
I forgot, what did I charge you? 13 for everything, for shipping and everything?
I think you said 11 because someone else joined in on it.
Okay, yeah. My other friend. Yeah. So they had to open up. So, but, at the same time, too, they did it in the most Japanese way possible, which is like, we're going to open up to tourism. Yay! By the way, only tours. So they still get to control where the tourists go.
Yeah.
Because you can only do it as part of a tour. So it's like they get the tourism revenue, which is great. But at the same time, too, it's like, no, you're tied to the tour group.
Yeah.
You can't explore. You can't break off. You might get, a little free time, of course, but you can't be like, all right, free time, I'm going to go to the other side of the country now. It's like, no. So they still get to maintain control, but at the same time, too, they get to claim that, okay, we're open. Yay, we're open, guys. And it's like, not really? So, and everyone said that, too, because I was trying to go around the 25th. But it just didn't work out. And then they were like, oh, well, it's opening in June. And I'm like, that would have been already in the middle of our vacation. I was like, that's not enough time.
Yeah.
Because we were looking to come back around like the 6th of June or the 5th of June. So, but, yeah, it is what it is. And I guess, they are opening up. So, and that's what when I was talking to the counselor, he told me they were looking to open in phases.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So
right now, they're on the tour phase?
Correct. So this is, and like I said, it's a very Japanese way to approach it, which is like, we're going to do it, but we're still going to maintain control.
Mm-hmm.
So, and so, yeah, for those that can do it, I mean, I would still highly suggest it, but for the rest of us too, I'd also say you could probably wait. I think that after the summer season, about when my school semester would start, around September, I think that they'll probably be open. So, but yeah, because it's like, what do you want the old people to do? They can go and get a virus that has like a pretty decent survival rate, or they can die of starvation.
Yep.
Pick one. So, and obviously they decided to go with opening up, because they don't want their olds to die.
Right.
And it's funny too, because their old people are pretty much like old people anywhere in the world, especially like here in the States, where it's like they're the voters.
Yeah.
Because they have nothing better to do. They're retired. So it's like, what else do they do? What's the one thing that they can do that has the least amount of activity? Well, vote. So, they go and they get the ballot, they make their vote, and they're just like, oh, these damn kids, oh, whatever,
That's like me nowadays.
Yeah. Damn kids with their animes and their spy families. They need to stop being on their Zoom calls and start reading 100 Girlfriends.
Back in my day, all we had was Lupin the Third.
Yeah. This guy. Back in my day, Goku took 5 episodes to power up, and we liked it.
Yeah. We did like it. Especially, I mean, I liked it. You didn't like it, but I liked it.
Like I said, I was over it. I just got too frustrated.
I mean, I understand. If I wouldn't have found the international channel showing it in Japanese, I would have probably gave up too, because there was like, here's another 10 episodes, and then we're gonna just repeat everything from the beginning of the Namek saga up to there, and then we're gonna repeat it again. And
if I have to see Raditz kill that farmer one more time, I swear to you, I'll throw my cat across the room.
Yeah, so I get it. But like I said, I ended up finding the Japanese version on International Channel. And while they were still kind of behind for episodes that I'd already seen, they didn't stop, and they just kept going until the series was over. So I was like, all right, because they had everything. So
Actually, you said your birthday was on May 9th?
yeah, it was yesterday.
So that's on, what is it, International Piccolo Day?
I thought the 9th was Goku Day. Take a look here. I'm pretty sure that was it. May 9th. Yeah, May 9th is Goku Day. Yeah. So yeah, my birthday is on or Piccolo Day. Yeah, because of the translation.
Oh, so a homie, when she's going to Fanime, she made a mommy-chan piñata.
Oh, nice.
You know, I at first I was just kind of like, but you know what? I changed my mind. I am actually going to get the mommy Nendo.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Want to go with the rest of them?
Sukhoi Dekai. Was that in the TV show? Was this the Blu-ray?
That might be the Blu-ray.
That
like, don't look like it was.
It's like, yeah, I don't remember this at all. What? Where did this happen? Damn.
Yeah,
All right,
I caught
Uzaki.
up on the manga for that too.
Yeah. All right, Uzaki. Uzaki's mom, by the way, also Hayami Saori. She's just all the MILFs. And then she was also Suya's mom in Sleepy Hime. So,
For like, what, 10 minutes?
yeah, at the very
Well,
end.
actually, wasn't she the narrator too, kind of? In the beginning?
I don't remember.
Like when she talks about, oh, the princess gets kidnapped and blah, blah, blah. Is that her?
I don't think so, because they announced it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. They waited till like almost a couple episodes before she came in.
Yeah.
That's one I'm trying to catch up to on the manga as well. I'm reading volume 1 right now.
Michi Shinichiro. Yeah. And like I said, it's got a damn good cast. Like, you wouldn't even know if you weren't paying attention to it, but... Oh, no, you are right. It is Hayama Saori. She's the narrator.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Frankenstein. Oh, no, not the ghost shroud. No.
That poor ghost shroud. Don't need the head or arms.
Yeah. All right, cat.
There you go again.
But yeah. So, yeah. All right, really.
He's trying to be sneaky.
Yeah.
Yep, there he goes. He's coming back. Head in the chest again.
But yeah. Yeah, real quick, because I'm just going to touch on Spy Family stuff. Because that's all I got about 100 Girlfriends until the next volume comes out. So.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's really good. And I mentioned this on Facebook. That whole fight scene thing, the whole castle scene, was pretty interesting. Because that was really like 3 pages.
Yeah, I've been seeing that in the comments, how they stretched that out for
Yeah.
a whole episode, but
Yeah.
everybody seemed to like it.
Yeah,
Like, they did a good. I haven't read the manga, but they did a good job
yeah,
with just 3 pages.
yeah. Speaking of Hayama Saori, the part where Anya's introducing everybody, is like, this is Scruffy, and this is Lloyd Man, and this is Mom. She's nobody. I was like, oh. It's okay, Hayama Saori. You'll always be a winner in my heart. You'll always be Ushiwa Kamaru in my heart.
Is that who that is?
Yeah.
Ushiwaka?
Ushi,
Oh.
Martha, Melty,
And others?
Yeah. And then Ushi's master, who comes out next year. The Avenger, Ushi Wakamaru.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So,
Nice.
yeah,
Okay.
that's all her. Yeah. And so, but yeah, the fight scene, they extended that. And like I said, too, it was always kind of a thing where I was always kind of, well, not really, but, you know, I wouldn't say that I dismissed Lloyd Twilight as a character, but he was kind of a nerd, and he never really, like, got a moment to showcase how much of a badass he is.
He was kind of a nerd.
And so the way they portrayed him is he's like, they actually showed him in action. It was kind of like, okay, all right. Because in the second episode when he was fighting the jewel thieves, it was kind of like they pulled the camera back, and so, you know, and then they kind of just did some animation blurs, and so it's kind of like, all right, well, that was kind of like the closest thing you got to see him in action. And I think I mentioned this too, where when you really like read the manga, it's not as action heavy, and I mentioned that, and I said don't expect a whole lot of action. Like the first couple of parts right there is pretty much all the action, and then they made a whole goddamn action scene, and I was like, no. There you go. You know, they just made it out of nowhere. Because yeah, that was literally what happened. It was like Yor gets drunk, she becomes Yorticia, and then she like kind of like she beats up on Lloyd, and then she breaks her heel and falls asleep. And I was like, that's character development right there. That is good character development. That's a lot more attention to detail and growth that many characters don't get in modern day anime. You know, when they say that anime is shit and it's not the same, it's because they don't have character development like Yor went through. She went through an entire arc.
Yeah.
All right? So, she found her purpose, her cause, she fought, and then it was the end.
Yep.
There you go. Arc. I liked Soberoni's video. He called it, what was it, Waifu Cross Wine. So, or Spy Cross Wine. And I was like, yeah, that's perfect. But Drunk Yor comes back, and it's like probably my second favorite scene, aside from the castle. So, but again, what they did with that, where they actually depicted him as being capable and actually showed him in action, I was like, all right. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
And then how he just backhands Scruffy, so Frankie.
Ah.
I was like, all right,
Yeah.
that was pretty good. That was pretty good. And I know that I've said this too, so it's like when they get to Yor's brother, who, if I remember right, should be coming out at the end of the next episode, because it's like this, they established the school, they established the academy. It's like, oh, you meet all of Anya's classmates and all that, and then Yor takes the phone call from her brother, and he's just like, all right, I'm coming over, and then it just kind of ends there because he's like, hey, where are you going? You're supposed to go into the interrogation. He's like, oh, you know, I just got off the phone with my sister. And then, you know, he goes into the interrogation room, and that's when he does the thing where it's like, you know, hey, just want to let you know, I got a dinner date with my sister and her new family that I never knew she had. So, you can either tell me what I want to know, or I'm going to rip your goddamn fingernails out. So he's like, I really don't want to do that, but
I will.
Yeah, I and the fact that he's voiced by Kensho Ono, I think is pretty funny. Because I don't know if you've ever seen the channel that he has with Tanjiro's voice actor, but they're a bunch of nerds. They're playing Cuphead and Monster Hunter and everything. It's like, oh god.
Nice.
So there's a lot of yelling and a lot of screaming their attack names out. So, but you know, when you have Giorno, Giovanna, and Tanjiro.
Did you you don't watch Death Battle, do you?
Not lately.
They did Jonathan Joestar versus Tanjiro episode.
Because it's both breathing powers.
Well, son.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you who wins. You can watch it if you want.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate the heads up, though. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known about it.
I think it was the episode prior to this new one that came out yesterday.
Okay.
Which was Thor versus Vegeta. I know you don't care about that one, so I'll just tell you, Vegeta lost. But I expected that outcome. I figured Thor would win anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even see how that could really be a fight.
But I mean, actually, they said that Vegeta and Thor were pretty close in power.
Okay. You know, these days
is mostly speed.
Mm-hmm.
Thor was like quintillion times faster than Vegeta, so yeah.
Do you agree with that?
I don't really read Thor comics,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm just going based off what they said. Based off of their speed feats that they've shown, I guess it makes sense. But I don't know. They also did admit that Vegeta's newest ability from his from the manga, they don't really have like a scale for yet.
Mm-hmm.
So they just kind of added the multiplier for his previous form into it instead of saying, okay, well this is like 100 times. It was just 20 and then 20. So don't really know exactly how strong he is in that form yet, and they admit that. But even still, they're like, well, Thor is like 10 times stronger. But they're like, Vegeta could easily catch up to that during the fight if it went on long enough. So I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. But I wasn't upset about the outcome. A lot of Dragon Ball fans were, I guess, pretty upset about it. But I was like, I don't know. I expected Thor to win. So,
I mean,
I was hoping for Vegeta, but I thought Thor would win.
I mean, just subjectively looking at it, I would have figured Thor would have won just because he seems like he could take all of Vegeta's blows from like a physical durability and endurance standpoint.
Sure, but I mean, Thor's also taken blows from people weaker and been like flown back. So I mean, it's kind of like the Superman thing. Mm-hmm. Superman really only uses as much power as he needs to. Mm-hmm. So I think it's kind of the same with Thor. Then they said that Thor had like millennia of experience compared to Vegeta. Yeah. So his experience in fighting with multiple different races would have helped him beat Vegeta anyway. Even if Vegeta was a little stronger than he was at some point in the fight. I don't know. It just made sense to me. I figured Thor would win, so I wasn't upset about it. And the fight was pretty cool. So, that's all I could ask for on my birthday. Outside of a Vegeta win, but, since he is my favorite. But then again, he's always getting the short end of the stick, so.
That is the story of Vegeta.
I think this was his second death battle, actually. He fought Shadow, the Hedgehog, which he won. But, people were upset about that one because they thought Shadow should have won.
What is up with this community? Why are they so weird?
I mean, it's not as crazy as, what was it? What was the name of that pony? That
Rapidash?
Yeah, Rapidash versus Starscream. I think Rapidash won.
Rapidash won, yeah.
My favorite one involving a pony was Deadpool versus Pinkie Pie.
I was about to say. So we need to do your Forger versus Black Widow.
That would be cool, actually.
Yeah. if Yor doesn't win, I don't know what it was. Because did I show you with what she did in I think the last volume?
I don't think so. No.
Let me grab him. Hold on. Bear with me. I moved him over here.
All you gotta do is get her drunk and
correct.
Say that she's got to protect Anya.
Correct.
And she'll destroy Black Widow.
So Frankie builds basically an exo power suit, right?
Yeah.
And so then Yor is just like, let me borrow that real quick. Just rips it right off and throws it right there and smashes a car. So that automatically tells you she can just tank anything that Natasha would just throw at her. And that's all the spoilers you're going to get.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I would say physically she's much more powerful than Black Widow.
Which is, I don't want to say it's a recurring problem, but it's definitely like we were just talking about with Thor and Vegeta, where it's a unlisted power imbalance. Like, Yor is just as strong as they need her to be.
Yeah.
And that same thing with her agility. Remember the second episode when she caught the fondue with her fucking leg. So okay, she just pushed. And then it's like I showed you the thing with Nightfall too, with the tennis ball, where she swung so hard she just cut right through the tennis ball. And so, but then the very next scene, she hits the tennis ball and she doesn't cut it. However, it's going supersonic.
Yeah.
So it's like, what is the balance? And it's whatever they want Yor to be. And there's another instance where, so in the manga, when they did the castle scene, to my knowledge, she didn't really connect. Like, she didn't really actually physically hit Lloyd. She didn't hit Twilight.
Right.
But in the anime, she got some blows in. And you can see, like, he was actually being pushed back. However, there is another scene where in the manga, where she actually does connect. And he gets knocked back, and he recovers, and then immediately passes out. And he's just, like, coughing up blood. The blood is just coming out of his mouth. He's just like, I'm okay. And then he just passes out. So it's like you couldn't tell how strong she was in the castle scene in the manga. However, when she does connect, and this was drunk Yor, so she's got Luffy strength at this time, powered up. You can see how hard she just kicks you. She just hits you when she connects. And so there is a power imbalance. And then on top of that too, the wine just powers up Hayami Saori, and it's like, so, it's like that. And I said this to the guys last night. I was like, if Saikawa's voice actress does Becky Blackbell at this point, if Aoyuki doesn't do Nightfall, I'm just gonna be sad, because it's a Tanya reunion. It's Tanya and it's Visha.
Oh,
so. Because they were both, Tanya's Aoyuki and Visha's Hayami Saori. And then when Hayami Saori did her birthday live stream, Aoyuki crashed it. So Aoyuki just kind of showed up, and they were just like, So, and they're basically in a giant race to get into every single franchise ever imaginable. But at this point, if that doesn't happen, I wouldn't know. I couldn't tell you who they'd be able to cast as Nightfall and just make it hilarious when they, rival each other. But yeah, and that honestly, that Nightfall arc is what I believe is the next big action scene, which is again why everybody, at least I, got caught up by the castle action scene, because I was like, there's really no big action sequences until the Nightfall, yeah. But then they caught me off guard, so now it's like, all right, I'm invested, but yeah, it's yeah. I'm gonna go and be like, hey, you guys should do Yor Forger versus Natasha Black Widow.
I think the next one is Omni-Man versus the dude from the Boys. Homelander? Yeah, okay. It's Omni-Man versus Homelander is the next one. Which I'm like, isn't Omni-Man just gonna destroy this guy?
Homelander is basically Superman.
So is Omni-Man.
Yeah, so I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen Invincible.
I haven't either.
But I've seen both of the Boys, and even though the second season literally introduced AOC, I'm just like, okay. But and I know that a lot of the drama channels, the nerd drama channels, they basically like, we're done with the Boys. I'm still interested enough to keep watching it. Yeah. I know that in the next one too, they introduced the Captain America character. So.
Oh, that's cool.
But
he'll probably die.
Probably. So I don't know. But yeah.
Cool.
But yeah. It's a good time to be a weeb. So when you don't have 100 girlfriends, you have
Spy Family.
Yeah, Spy Family with yours undisclosed power. Anya.
Was she trying to power up?
Yeah.
I've seen this somewhere.
So this is
where he's showing her F's.
Yeah. Anya face. So
I did think it was funny in the episode where they did the interview where she's trying to get a cat. Where Lloyd is talking about Anya, and he says she's rather bright or smart, and that old man's like, her smart? because of her test scores.
I don't want to show you that. That's kind of a spoiler. All I will say is that yeah, and shopkeeper is Emiya Archer, Suwabe.
Oh, is it?
Sukuna from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Nice.
So, yeah, like, and I think what's funny is that shopkeeper, which is yours commander, I guess you can say, the guy that dispatches her missions.
Yeah.
He's that's Suwabe, and then the guy that gives Twilight, unless I'm mistaken, that's Otsuko. So that's Japanese Solid Snake. So
I thought it was Blackbeard.
probably.
It sounded more like Blackbeard, the guy in charge of Twilight's organization.
Maybe. Probably right.
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, because they all sound the same. So
Okay, here's something you can spoil me on. Do they ever show the shopkeeper? Oh, is that what? Is that what you were?
Yeah,
you were.
This is in volume 7.
Yeah.
Right now, they literally just did the first third of volume 2. So, I mean, do you want to see what he looks like? It's really not that special or anything.
Well, no. If all you got to do is say, well, I already know now. They do eventually show him. You don't have to show me what he looks like.
Yeah.
I can wait.
But yeah, this part too, this whole thing with Frankie and his power suit. So, he's basically doing it for a girl, and of course he gets cucked. So, but
because of your.
Well, yeah. Also she comes out too, Sylvia. So she debuts in this next mission. So I think you'll appreciate Sylvia.
That's this one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
They do show shopkeeper.
But it's gonna be a while.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
And what's funny too about all of that is that you see Yor becomes so Yor and Yuri are basically like orphans. Their parents are dead and all that. So Yuri is just all like, I'm gonna protect my older sister, so I'm gonna study really hard. I'm gonna become a military officer, and I'm gonna protect my sister. And then Yor is just like, okay, well, my little brother is trying so hard. I just randomly just start killing people. And she's all like, he's like, here's a bunch of money, and she just shows up in all the blood-stained clothes, and he's just like, Onei-chan, you're so good, you're so great. Oh, he's like, I'm gonna work even harder. So he's like studying even more, and she keeps just killing people. And so eventually, he becomes in their totally not the Gestapo organization. And what's funny too is it's actually called Berlin. So
yeah.
It's kind of like, okay. And I don't know if you noticed too, but on the TV show, when they were watching the Spy Wars or whatever the hell the program was called, they actually were showing the end credits, and one of the dudes' name was actually like Ian Fleming.
Oh,
the guy that wrote the James Bond novels.
Nice.
So it's, they're just running with it. But I appreciate that dedication to the whole spy motif. But yeah, man. So, like I said, I get it. I get the hype. I understand it completely and utterly. But we'll see. We'll see. And I think that if I don't know where else they can stick in random action scenes and all that. By the way, the cow thing that actually did happen. That was in the manga.
Oh, with the animals getting loose?
Yeah, the animals was Okay. So that was all in there. But
have they added a lot of stuff, or has it been pretty close to the manga?
They've did a little bit of both. They've taken stuff out and they've added stuff in. For instance, when they were like getting ready to go into the academy interviews, and they were like, "Oh, our family portrait fell down."
Yeah.
That was actually a scene in the manga where they actually were like, okay, we need to take a family portrait, and Twilight's the only one is like, smile, and everyone Yor doesn't know how to respond, and Anya is just like
trying to
So that they didn't do that. They just kind of, like I said, just wrote that off as the family portrait already having been there. So that was removed. But again, that's like not gonna alter the story or anything like that, but that was a scene that was altered.
Okay.
major things, though. The major things have been covered. Yeah, they did a good job of the fight scene. Oh, with Yor cracking her knuckles when that dude was just ragging on Anya. That was new because she didn't do that in the manga.
Okay.
Don't anger Hayami Saori. Not good. Oh, it's Martha. Martha is the legendary champion of the futuristic wasteland. You know.
Yeah.
They call her Martha Shiro. So, otherwise the first summer was pretty regrettable, but I love the Martha scenes. the martial artist of the wastelands. I'm like, come on.
Basically, Kenshiro.
Yeah.
What are they? A goddess of the Iron Fist? Is that what they called her?
So yeah. And they keep using that because she was in the dojin.
Yeah.
With was it the battle of the tournament or whatever, and then also in the Bradamonte.
Yeah, the Christmas wrestling tournament.
Yeah. She came back as that. They need to give us that costume. They need to give us Martha's luchador mask. But anyways, yeah. So I think that Spy Family has massive appeal. I can see why too, especially that it's still going and Demon Slayer is not. But I honestly am a little caught off guard on how popular it was.
What, Spy Family?
Yeah. I knew it was popular. Obviously, we made this joke in that reference, and it was the giant meme of when I'm going to get my volume 1.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I am caught off guard by just, how many people are in it. And I had a feeling, too, after I saw Yor and all of that it was Fanime was just going to... And pretty much every convention for the rest of this year is going to all be modding from Dress Up Darling and Yor. Especially now that they introduced Yor's like little sweater look or casual at home. Yeah. But yeah, that's all I got. That's pretty much it. It's funny because I don't obviously read mangas too often, but this one just kind of like, all right, let me just see what's type. It's like, oh, okay, now I get it. And I'm not taking anything from Yor. Don't get me wrong. I'm all about Yor, but I want to see Nightfall. I think that Nightfall's a hilarious character.
How long is this season?
24.
It's 24?
It's going to be 24 nonstop.
Okay, so it's going to go into the next season as well.
Correct.
Cool.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that's why it took so long. But
I think you already told me, but do you have a guess as to when the season will end? Like what chapter, what volume it might end on?
Honestly, I want to say they're probably going to go all the way up to like volume 6. So volume 6, volume 7, provided that they stick to the mangas and they don't decide to go off and do like a filler arc or something.
Yeah.
I would say that about volume 6 and the pace that they're going. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's like a couple of things too where this one. There was another character too that I was like. So this was actually pretty good too. This was an arc with Yuri, where he was tracking down this dude that was talking shit about the government. But then it turns out this dude was just doing shit to help out the family. And so then Yuri is just like, because he's like, he knows what it means to do what you got to do to help the family.
Yeah.
So Yuri was, even more so than Twilight, Yuri was a character that was like, oh god, he's a cis-con, this guy's a weirdo. But he really grew on me. He really did grow on me. And then when I saw that it was Kensho Ono doing the voice, totally not Gestapo. Totally not the Gestapo.
No, definitely not.
Not the secret police. He kind of he's just a good kid, man. He's just a good kid. Yeah. So like, aww. And then he absolutely just fucking hates Twilight. He just hates Twilight. Did I pass it? Is it this? Yeah. So there's this guy. This guy is basically like, he takes the boys on a camping trip kind of a thing to help them discover what it means to be like men and all of that. So
yeah.
And he was like Yeah, former sailor. Yeah. So, I liked him as a character. I think that this will be a good thing too. So, we need more positive male figures in our media. So,
Yep.
I that really stood out to me too. So, unlike that Rentaro who just hangs Shizuka hanger on a coat hanger and just leaves her there, kissy kiss kiss.
He had no choice.
Yeah. He could have stayed there and let her suck his face.
I mean, yeah, he could have.
So, but yeah. But yeah. Yeah, man. So that's pretty much all I got. And like I said, next time we won't be talking about Spy Family. We'll be talking about other stuff. And I need to get caught up to DJ Miyuki.
Yes.
Especially since that looks like it's a very Chica-centered episode. So.
Well, she is a big part of it.
Okay.
It's the typical. She teaches him how to do something, but with a twist. In that he had to teach her first. She's like, I thought you just added yo-yo to the end of everything, and
I mean, she ain't wrong. She ain't wrong. But yeah.
yeah, that's as much as I'm going to say. You could watch it.
All
so
right.
I'm not gonna go much into that. That was just.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, no. Hayama Soda needs to watch out because Koga Oi is one of those up and coming voice actresses, and she's good, muscle queen.
Muscle Queen.
So. Yeah, I mean, that was so like 5 weeks ago. It's like, get with the times, old man. It's like, this voice talked.
Yeah.
Muscle queen. but yeah, no. Yeah, so in 2 weeks we'll come back and do this again. I'm okay with getting back on the regularly scheduled program, and yeah, I'm looking forward to catching up on everything. So, did you finish season 2 of Villainess?
No.
Okay.
I don't even think I started it.
It did. It kind of came out. Was it fall of last year? I think.
Yeah, I think there was quite a bit out at that time.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just kind of fell off, but nobody was talking about it. Even it was there, but nobody was talking about
Yeah, I mean, usually, like last time, first season, all of the ships were there and the
it.
top couples, and I think there was maybe only 2 this time, and nobody really cared much about her this time around, and it's like, well, okay, you just kind of fell in a bad spot. There was too much going on, too many waifu. Your love for food just was not going to win out the day.
Was she waifu because she's a glutton?
I wouldn't even call her waifu. She's too dumb.
Literally her name.
And the fact that she's just like every male harem MC except for Rentaro, who's like so dense, and I hate that so much.
Yeah, Rentaro, to his credit, is just like, yeah, I love you, and you're gonna be my girlfriend, and everyone falls in line.
Also, get used to that this phrase he uses every time he introduces a new girlfriend, because he'll say it every time.
The sparkening?
No. And so with how things panned out, would you please allow blah 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 to be my newest girlfriend?
Oh, okay.
And he's always sweating every time because he's always nervous that they're gonna go nope.
See, now I can't wait to see what happens with Hahari.
Oh god.
Yeah, like I said, hopefully he gets here before I leave.
Well, I mean, you'll definitely see where Hikari gets it. Yeah. That's all I'll say. Alright, so, guess that's pretty much it then, huh?
Yeah, that's it for now. Like I said, I'm looking forward to getting back on track. And yeah, we're gonna do it.
Alright. So, yeah, I guess next time we'll be discussing the other anime of the season, since it's been, 5 weeks pretty much.
Yeah, got a lot to catch up on.
Yeah. I probably won't catch up on everything that I said I was going to watch. I'll probably keep a few for later and watch them after they're done. maybe Shikimori will be one of them. Because I've already got a lot of the romance stuff going on right now. With, well, I guess you can kind of count Heron as a romance. Because I think they do start dating later on in the series, but I don't know when. But Kaguya and all that. Kaguya, I think, is going to be my romance for the season.
Oh, so clean.
So yeah, we'll get into that next time. Probably, like you said, probably talk less about Spy Family, or not even at all, because we did so much this time. So that'll be the episode after for Spy Family. But yeah, well, this was a good episode.
Yeah. I'm gonna go finish my tests and get this school out of my system, get it all behind me, and I'll see you guys on the other side of graduation.
Yeah. And you said you find out about the Japan thing in like the end of the month?
Correct. Yeah.
Cool.
So we'll see what's up with that.
All right. So well, good luck with that. Hope you get that.
Thank you.
So yeah, we'll see you all next time.